Let's do some elasticity. We're going to calculate cross price elasticity of demand when the price changes from $12 to $8. Here's some math you're going to have to do for yourself. Quantity. We've 60 minus 80 is negative 20, but we're just going to call it 20. 60 plus 80 divided by 2 is 140 divided by 2, that's 70. So we're going to type down here quantity, 20 divided by 70, and that's going to be 0.28. All right, now we're going to take price. We're going to subtract 12 minus 8 is 4, and then we're going to do 12 plus 8 divided by 2, that's 20 divided by 2 is 10. All right, so that means our percent change in price is 4 out of 10, which equals 0.4. All right, final answer is going to be elasticity. Price elasticity of demand is going to be percent change in quantity divided by percent change in price, and 0.28 divided by 0.4 is 0.7. All right. Now, does this mean that demand for the good is elastic, price elastic, or price inelastic? Well, it's less than 1, so it's price inelastic. All right. Now, here's how we could have answered that question too without doing any of the calculations from number 1. We could have used what's called the total revenue test. Price equals 8. Revenue, total revenue, equals 8 times 80 equals $640. When the price equals 12, total revenue equals 12 times 60 equals $720. When the price increases, total revenue increases. So demand is price inelastic. All right. I recommend pausing the video and try number 1, 2, and 3 on your classwork. And then come back and we'll do the next part. All right, here we go. Use the graph to calculate the elasticity of demand when the price drops from $16 to $12. All right. So let's keep this on the screen. All right, when the price is $16, the quantity is 2. And when the price is $12, the quantity is 4. So quantity, the change is 2. The average of 4 and 2 is 3. So we're going to come down here and type quantity. The percent change is 2 divided by 3 equals, we'll call it 0.66. All right, now price. All right, the price is changing from 16 to 12. 16 minus 12 is 4. The average of 16 and 12, 16 plus 12 divided by 2, that's 14. price. Percent change is 4 divided by 14, and that's 0.28. So elasticity, price elasticity of demand equals 0.66 divided by 0.28, and that's about 2.35. All right, let's do another one. All right, now I want when the price drops from $12 to $8. So now I'm looking at these 2 points. All right, my quantity changes from 4 to 6. All right, 6 minus 4 is 2. The average of 6 and 4, 6 plus 4 divided by 2 is 5. So we're going to go down here and type quantity percent change is 2/5, which equals 0.4. Price, well, the price change from $12 to $8. 12 minus 8 is 4. The average of 12 and 8, 12 plus 8 divided by 2 is 10. So the price, percent change in price is 4/10, which also equals 0.4. Elasticity, price elasticity of demand, is 0.4 divided by 0.4, which equals 1. All right, remember we saw that the beginning of the demand curve tends to be price elastic. Somewhere in the middle it's unit elastic, meaning the elasticity is 1. And towards the end we should expect to get a value that says it's price inelastic, something less than 1. All right, when the price drops from $8 to $6, I'm looking at these 2 points. All right, so quantity changes from 6 to 7. 7 minus 6 is 1. The average of 7 and 6, 7 plus 6 divided by 2 is 6.5. So we're going to go tape down here. What happens with quantity? There we go. Quantity. It's 1 out of 6.5. 1 divided by 6.5 equals about 0.15. Price. What happens to price? Well, price changed from 8 to 6. So that's a difference of 2. The average of 8 and 6 is 7. Right, that's halfway in between. So my percent change in price is 2/7, which equals 0.28. My elasticity is going to be 0.15 divided by 0.28, which is about 0.53. It's less than 1 like we expected. Why don't you pause the video, try number 2, A, B, and C, and expect to get some similar results. First something that's bigger than 1, then something that equals 1, then something that's less than 1. Show your work similar to what I showed, please. All right, let's do some price elasticity of supply. Okay, it's going to be percent change in quantity divided by percent change in price. Let's do some similar math here. Quantity changed by 10. Right, the average of 60 and 50, 60 plus 50 divided by 2 is 55. So we're going to type in quantity. The percent change is 10 out of 55. and that's about 0.18. Then we're going to do the same thing with price. All right. So price. All right, and you don't have to show me this part that's in handwriting, just the part that's typed. The price went from 10 to 12. That's a change of 2, and we're going to compare it to the average of 10 and 12, which is 11. So the percent change in price is 2/11. We call this the midpoint method of calculating percent change, by the way. And that's also 0.18. And so my elasticity, my price elasticity of supply, is going to be 0.18 divided by 0.18, which equals 1. And does this mean that the supply of good is price elastic or inelastic? Neither one. All right, it means that it's unit elastic. All right. A value of 1 means supply is unit elastic when it comes to price. All right, let's do 2 more sections. Pause the video first, do number 5 and 6, then come on back and we'll finish this up. All right, cross price elasticity of demand. All right, we're going to be really careful about signs on these last 2 elasticities. Okay, we're going to be careful about which direction we subtract in. Okay, quantity. I'm going to go bottom to top. 1,200 minus 1,000, 200. Okay, the average of 1,200 and 1,000. 1,200 plus 1,000 divided by 2 is 1,100. So we're going to come down here and type. Hopefully you're getting the hang of this now. It's going to be 200 divided by 1,100. Same thing as 2/11, which is 0.18. Now, price. All right, let's do the same thing with price, but we have to be really careful. Make sure we're subtracting in the same direction, bottom to top. 4 minus 2 is 2. The average of 4 and 2, 4 plus 2 divided by 2 is 3. So your percent change in price is 2/3, which is 0.66. My elasticity, my cross price elasticity of demand for gadgets and widgets equals 0.18 divided by 0.66, which is 0.27. Okay, and now this time we're not going to really care about whether it's greater than 1 or less than 1. That just tells how responsive it is. But we are going to pay attention to whether it's positive or negative. Positive means the goods are substitutes. Gadgets and widgets are substitutes. When the price of one goes up, people buy more of the other one, and vice versa. When the price of widgets goes down, people buy fewer gadgets. All right, we'll just say the only explanation we need is cross price elasticity of demand is positive. If we got a negative result, if one of these numbers went up when the other one went down, we'd say there's complements. Once you pause the video, try your own number 7 and 8. All right, last section here. Income elasticity of demand. Here's another one we have to be really careful when it comes to signs. We're gonna quantity. I'm gonna make sure I'm subtracting bottom to top. 10 minus 20 is negative 10. The average of 10 and 20 is 15. So I'm going to say quantity. Percent change is negative 10 divided by 15, and that's going to be negative 0.66. All right, now income. Bottom to top. 80 grand, 80,000 minus 60,000, 20,000. The average of 80,000 and 60,000, I add them up and divide by 2, is 70,000. So income. The percent change is, you can write 2/7 if you want to, but it's 20,000 divided by 70,000, and that's 0.28. My income elasticity of demand is going to be negative 0.66 divided by positive 0.28, and that's negative 2.35. Okay? So when your income elasticity of demand is negative, when you make more money, you buy less of the good, that means it's an inferior good. And the only explanation that we need to give is that income elasticity of demand is negative. All right, or you can say when people made more money, they bought less. That works too. All right, this is it. I hope this has been helpful. Wrap up your classwork, finish 9 and 10, and we'll do this again tomorrow, and your test will be similar to this.